licenses.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Eat and Critique Show with co-hosts Steve-O and Renee. Get ready to hear which South Florida restaurants serve the best seafood, Italian, Mexican, steak, or sushi, who offers the best service, best portions, and atmosphere. Share your dining experiences with Steve-O and Renee each week while they share their dining experiences with you. Listen every week while Steve-O and Renee interview celebrity chefs, give away gift certificates to some of South Florida's finest restaurants, concert tickets, and share their top 10 cuisines. Steve-O is written for the food sections of such publications as Boca Raton News, Boca Life Magazine, Parklander Magazine, and the Jewish Journal. He's no stranger to radio either. Steve-O has written 2 cookbooks, one for adults and one for children. He's a graduate of the prestigious Cooper Clinic for Fitness and Nutrition, and he graduated from the Florida Culinary Institute. Renee is the president of the largest communications and marketing firms in Florida, MBAS Incorporated. She's been the co-host of the Eat and Critique Show from its inception. Now let's get ready to call and share your dining experience at 877-927-6969. And now here's restaurant critics Steve-O and Renee.
Good morning and welcome to another Eat and Critique Show.
And the beat goes on, baby.
The beat so goes on. Hey, we're opening up for the Dolphins today, play Green Bay.
That's why we're here so early?
I know.
I'm still sleeping.
For those of you who don't know, I'm restaurant critic Steve-O. I'm along with
Who are you along with?
I get along with.
Not really.
Not really.
Not today, buddy.
My beautiful co-host, restaurant critic Renee.
What's happening?
You know what's happening.
Tell me what's happening.
Okay. We got a great show today.
Busy
for those
show, yes.
who are just tuning in for the first time, the Eat and Critique Show is a fine dining restaurant show, probably the most imitated restaurant radio show in South Florida.
It is. By who? By whom?
Right. Renee and I.
Renee? What's with you today?
Well, you keep talking over me.
Okay.
Renee and I, have you had coffee this morning?
I had so much coffee.
Wow. So Renee and I search for some of the South Florida's finest restaurants and the not-so-finest, and then we share them with you each week. We take out all the guesswork so you don't have to waste your money. Forget what the Internet tells you.
Or your time.
We will be totally honest with you. This is coming to the end of our second year.
It went by fast.
It did. I know, kidding.
Okay, so today's show is sponsored by our good friends at Madison's New York Grill and Bar, who offers the best lunch specials with their 10 lunch dishes for $10 each and dinner specials Sundays through Wednesdays. Ladies' night, where ladies drink free on Thursdays, 7 p.m. till closing with $3 well drinks, draft beer, and house wine. Madison's New York Grill and Bar in Boca Raton is one of Steve-O and my top 20 restaurants. We love that place.
Love that place.
Hopping,
easy
happy
to find,
hour.
right off 95 in Glades. And every time.
Stop being distracted.
No,
you're like ADHD today. I know, you're like pointing. Anyway, so we open up, like Steve-O said, for the Miami Dolphins. They go Dolphins, yes.
Playing Green Bay, and next week, too.
Next week, we're going to be on at 10 a.m. again. No 1 p.m. show. I have to get in the shower at 4 o'clock. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Nice move, Jimmy.
Okay, so if you would like to watch today's show, just go to our website, theeatandcritiqueshow.com, and voila, we're on the homepage.
Watch us right
just
now.
click the arrow and watch us. And we have such a great show today. Steve-O and I did a tasting Friday night at Smoke Barbecue in Delray on Atlantic Avenue.
You know I'm from Texas.
I think everybody else knows that, too.
Listen,
it's like telling people I'm from New York.
Yeah, you think? But in Dallas, there's a barbecue restaurant on every corner.
Yes.
Same thing in Houston.
Right.
Texans love their barbecue.
I've heard that before.
I have been here.
That's why there's cows everywhere and bull.
How do you think you get the barbecue? They're not from chickens.
No.
So I've been here for 10 years now and have not found a decent barbecue restaurant.
Now you have.
Oh, have I? And we cannot wait to share that with you.
This is a newbie restaurant. They just opened. How many weeks ago did you open, Scott?
5 weeks.
5 weeks. I mean, this is a real newbie. High energy, hopping bar, outdoor and indoor eating.
And it still has that kind of that upscale country decor, which I
Right.
loved. And they have live entertainment.
Inside, yes.
And it's right there on
They got
Atlantic.
cowboys inside
Yeah, they do.
with cowboy hats and
Right
cowboy
there,
boots.
Right there on Atlantic Avenue. Easy to find. God, we're like kind of owning Atlantic Avenue now with Vic and Angelo's and Buddha Sky Bar and The Office, and now we have
Yes.
a new family member, Smoke Barbecue.
Well, speaking about Vic and Angelo's, we also have in the second half hour our great friends Dawn Kimball, and she's the executive director of Vic and Angelo's and The Office.
He's a big kahuna.
Yes, and we also have the GM of Vic and Angelo's Palm Beach Gardens, Eduardo. We have to get his last name.
So I want people, we have a lot of new listeners now with the Dolphins. I got to tell you, here's how Renee and I work when we do a tasting. If we don't like our tasting, what we do is we uninvite the guest and tell them to
we
keep
give-
their gift certificate.
We give them a choice. I don't think anybody wants to sit here while we give them a bad review.
I totally
Okay?
agree.
So I just want to also mention that Vic and Angelo's in Del Rey has a new executive chef also.
Exactly.
So what's his name? Chef Tony?
Mulo.
Mulo.
Yeah. Hawaiian Eye. So anyway, we have today on our show right now the co-owner of Smoke Barbecue, Scott Kennedy. Hey, Scott.
Welcome to the show, Scott.
Good morning. How are you?
You know what I like about Scott? He's like one of us. He's just normal. You know, he's
Who said I'm normal? I'm not so normal, Scott.
and Scott didn't even know we were there Friday night, and he was hitting all the tables, and
You didn't see me in the big black dark sunglasses?
I tell you, it's just been so darn busy, especially on the Fridays right now, and
It was
live
busy
music,
there.
and it's just, we're just kind of getting into that point where we're trying to provide the best service we can, and just trying to check on tables and whatnot. So it does get a little hectic.
How many times did the waiters come over to us to ask us if we wanted to place an order? They came over like every
your
2 minutes.
service was incredible. That's one of the
They
things.
were on it. They really were.
Good. Good.
And that's one of the things we absolutely look at. Tell us a little background about Smoke Barbecue.
Well, Smoke kind of came out of a my partner Stephen Chin and myself. We were owners of the previous restaurant, Union, which was an Asian restaurant, and we had gotten to a point with it that we wanted to make a change, whether it was sell the business, whether it was move on, or whatever it was. But I had done some work in Texas, in particular in Fort Worth, and was just enthralled by the
Stockyards.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
And loves restaurants and some of these places. I mean, and the love of barbecue and the passion that people have for it. And to be honest with you, when we brought up the idea, our concern was, hey, is Atlantic Avenue too sophisticated or for barbecue? And
No, I think it's needed.
yeah, I mean, knock on wood, if any indication of what it's been like, from the get-go, and it's just been really, really well received.
It was crowded there.
It was
The
jamming
outside
there.
bar. I mean, people were waiting for us to get up. We were there a long time. They were standing over us, waiting for us to get up.
That's
For
right,
our
didn't they?
table. They wanted our table.
I know. I just love the whole thing. We did the outside, the patio, which is...
Well, it was gorgeous out Friday night.
And a lot of people wanted to sit outside.
Yes.
And people were
That's what I'm
just...
saying. We had people lined up to sit at our table.
But people were enjoying themselves because we always look at the crowd and we can feel the energy, and people were just happy to be there.
And looking at our dishes, they said, oh my God, that looks wonderful.
I know. So we started off with the burnt ends. Wow. Wow. Now, do you just normally do those on Wednesday? Did I read that right on your website?
Yeah, it's a very arduous preparation. I mean, it's 16 hours for the brisket, then you take the point off the top of it, and it's another 4 to 5 hours. We traditionally do burn ends on Wednesday. It just so happened that chef made up a few extra just because we knew there might have been a guest or two coming in on Friday.
And since you just brought that up, you have one of the top pit masters not just in this area, but throughout the United
I
States.
like the way it's referred to as the pit master, not the executive chef, although he had executive chef on his chef jacket.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Brian Tyrell.
Yep.
He was wonderful. I mean, he actually sat at our table, explained each dish, and he served us, which always impresses me.
And he's not just a pitmaster, he is a champion, 2-time champion pitmaster. Bro,
I said he is the real deal.
how did
he
you
really
do
is.
that?
Well, I'd like to say it's our stunning personality, but really the reality was that we had been very actively looking for pit masters and hot spots of barbecue, and he responded to this post. And when we first saw the resume, I really thought it was one of my buddies joking with me because he had come from Oklahoma Joe's.
One of the in Kansas City is the top
Right.
Yeah.
barbecue restaurant.
Yep, and after that, he opened a chain, Bodines in London, which was 5-6 stores in 6 years. Then worked for Jamie Oliver in Johannesburg. I mean, it was just it was
Too
too
good to be
perfect.
true.
That's
Yeah,
why I
it
said
was-
he is the real deal.
Yeah, and to add to it, to be honest with you, he's just a wonderful man too. He's very passionate about what he does, and it's.
You could tell.
Yeah, it's
Comes
really
across that way.
yeah, it's a huge opportunity to have someone like this because it gives you a certain level, well, not a certain level, it gives you instant credibility because quite frankly, I'd argue that he's probably the most decorated pit master in the state of Florida right
He's
now.
the Academy Awards of barbecue.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that. So let's talk about our tasting. So
Oh,
you
yes.
talked about that, and then Chef Brian brought out the pulled pork, loaded yellow corn tortillas with the guacamole, and house-made queso sauce, which I loved. And the chips actually had seasoning on it. It was so unusual. I loved it. The queso sauce was incredible.
We his rub in particular is Oklahoma Joe's, and it's been carried on. It's one of the most successful barbecue restaurants in the United States, and when you have it, we let you use it, and we put it on everything.
Everything that was
Yep.
on the tortillas?
They're dusted on the tortillas. They're on the French fries. They're on the tater tots. I mean, if you
And the
got to
chicken
use
wings. It was on the chicken wings.
Yes, it
I know,
is.
that's my theory. If you got it, use
yeah,
it.
shoot.
But here's a guy who specializes in barbecue. The guacamole was wonderful.
Yes.
The house-made queso was out of this world because, Texas, I'm also big on Mexican food.
And I like the pork also on
Your
that.
pork is so good.
It was delicious.
Well, I'll tell you what, my head's grown big, but Brian takes a lot of pride in everything he does, and he does everything in house, and we're not outsourcing anything, and he's just he really cares about what he's serving, and we're very fortunate because it's not always you have that level of passion. And the kids.
Very enthusiastic.
As busy as you were, he actually brought out each dish to us.
I said that. He
and
sat
down,
with us.
Sat down with us. That's passion. I mean, he's so proud of what he does. And listen, people saw. I mean, you can kind of tell he's the chef.
How would you know that? Because he
probably
has a
had
chef
something to do with
jacket
the
that says chef. Okay, then we had the Applewood smoked chicken wings, again with that dry rub. They were really good.
They're
I love
different,
them.
right?
Yes,
I mean,
very
it's-
different.
You could taste the smoke.
Yeah.
It's
Which
like-
I love.
Yeah, they're smoked a couple hours, and then they're just flash fried just to crisp them up, and it's
They
there's
weren't
something
greasy.
different,
Very different. And then the finale was the spare ribs, beef brisket, pulled pork sandwiches with the barbecue sauce, which I love.
We had the sliders,
barbecue
too.
sauce. Yes,
sliders.
The sliders.
Absolutely.
But the barbecue sauce is to die for.
Yeah, it's
You got to
said you-
bottle that. You've got to
Yeah,
bottle
he said
that.
you are, though.
yeah. We are in the process right now of working with a company in Riviera Beach who's going to bottle it.
I need that barbecue sauce to cook at home.
We have everybody. Is
I should have stole the
starved.
container. I should have put it in my purse.
You should have checked my pocket.
You have it?
I poured a bunch of it in my back pocket.
That's what's dripping. That's the stains?
You thought
I'd stay with that comment. The
thought I was-
barbecue sauce, right?
You thought I was looking for my billfold, right?
I was scared what was on the back pocket, actually.
Hey, what's so great is the Valley parking is right out front. You validate for parking. I think it's
Well, it's half price.
Yeah. So
'Cause typically it's $10. You pay
exactly. So now we got everybody starving, and to show you what a great guy Scott is, we usually give away one gift certificate.
Okay, so how many are we
Well,
giving
we're
away
going to
today?
give away
Two.
two gift certificates and maybe some more down the road. But call us now. Let's do the third and fourth caller at 877-927-6969. That's 877-927-6969. Remember, I'm from Texas. I know great barbecue. And
That's your thing. How do you say that thing?
it's my thing.
Texan boy.
I know. And so call us now. We've got 2 gift certificates for $50 each to give away. And if you've won a gift certificate in the last 30 days, please don't call. Give everyone else a chance.
Spread the wealth.
He said, there goes the phone.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the side dishes. The mac and cheese, grandma's mac and cheese, which you loved.
You know what? I'm not a big mac and cheese person. I loved your mac and cheese.
It was excellent.
It was really that good.
And so was the potato salad.
Yeah, the mac and cheese. I mean, you better be ready because there is a lot of cheese and a little mac, and the potato salad's just a nice different spin.
Even the breadcrumbs
cilantro
was a nice little touch at the end.
How about the beans?
Oh, but the beef in it.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Sometimes the side dishes in barbecue places are afterthoughts because of the amount of work and preparation that the meat takes and the time. But Brian's gotten to that point, in his career. He's been doing this 20 plus years. That look, everything's important. Everything that comes out is obviously important to him.
Well,
It was great. It really was.
Listen, when you go to a barbecue place, the sides are very, very important, and you have other sides out there. It's not just beans.
And you serve salads. I mean, you have other kind of dishes there.
Yeah, we're also in the process right now. We're working really off of a soft opening menu. We have the traditional barbecue items, but we've been working very hard. We're going to be introducing mason jar dinner salads, Blue Point crab cake. It's a restaurant out of Baltimore that's the customers are good customers of ours, and they're helping us put together some options. Because look, at the end of the day, if you have a party of 8 or party of 10, there's a chance that someone doesn't want to eat meat, let's say, or wants to have a nice fish
But you
dish.
had chicken.
Yep, absolutely.
Because I ate the chicken. You forgot to put that down. I had the smoked chicken,
that's
which was
right.
incredible. I loved it.
Yep.
I loved it.
I love the brisket.
I
Oh,
know
it
the
was so
brisket
good.
was so good.
It was,
So were the spare ribs.
and I got to tell you something. Because you were saying about opening up on Atlantic Avenue, I didn't have real high expectations, and I'm so hard to please when it comes to barbecue. But I got to tell you, bro, like I said, we were so impressed when we left there. And listen, it's taken 10 years. So what your product that you're putting out there, and
It's a great concept.
Our
It
listeners
really
know
is.
we do not BS when it comes to if a restaurant is good or not.
We're brutally honest.
Sometimes too honest.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you take reservations?
We don't.
Okay.
We've, except for groups of 8 or larger. And the reason for it is that, you can only smoke so much meat every day. And the concern that I had is you come in on a Saturday night, let's say at 8 o'clock, your expectations are everything's available. You worked hard all week. I don't want someone to come in at 8 and we're out of brisket already.
Right.
I mean, it's very disappointing, and I don't. This is really about a customer service just as much as it is the food and everything else. People work hard.
I'd be upset if I came for
Yeah,
brisket and you didn't have it.
and I agree.
It's like going for lobster and they're out of lobsters.
So we fortunately last week we just ordered our 3rd smoker. It's nothing that we anticipated needing this quickly. So, we'll be locked and loaded.
Listen, I want to give
They
credit.
have smokers. I like smokers.
I want to give credit to Debbie Abrams with
From the Buzz Agency.
Agency
Yes.
for putting this whole thing together. They are like one of the top PR companies in Florida. So, congratulations for having such a great PR company.
Do we have a winner?
Well, you know what's happening? I don't know what's going on, Jimmy, with the phones. I got all these
Hey,
phones.
Jimmy, do we have a winner?
We had 2. I'm sorry, I didn't put them on hold to go on the air.
Yeah,
I
we need-
apologize.
Oh, okay. They're not coming through.
No, I got their info and hung up.
Okay.
He
sorry
hung
about
up on
Sorry
them.
about that.
Tell everybody your hours.
Oh, sorry. It's 5 to 10 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we're 5 to 2 a.m. because we get our dance on after about 10 o'clock, 10:30. Same on Saturday. We actually open on Saturday and Sunday at noon because we do. We're an official Gator Club bar.
Nice.
So we do the viewing of the Gator game, and then we obviously do the Dolphins on Sunday.
Wait a minute, how did you pull that off so fast?
Dumb luck just seems to keep falling in our hands.
Wow, that's amazing. 'Cause
Maybe it's not luck.
there's a lot of
Maybe it's
restaurants who've tried
knowledge.
for years
Yes.
to get that. That is totally amazing.
So do you serve lunch, just dinner?
On Saturday and Sunday, we're open for lunch, and the plan, one of the new items that we're working on is we're going to do a house-cured pastrami, and once we start smoking our own
Ooh,
pastrami,
I'm going back for that.
Yeah, we're going to start opening for lunch during the week as well.
Very cool.
You know, you also some of your other appetizers. I love the name, the Texas Caviar Bean Dip. Tell us a little bit about that.
No, we were just looking for, we were looking for something that was a little lighter, right? And the Texas Caviar was a spin-off of a dish that I had at in Lampert's near Austin, and it's just a nice, refreshing version of a Texas salsa with black beans, corn, red peppers, a little bit of Italian seasoning, a little bit of love, and it's
We got some stuff to go back for.
Scott, we got to talk. I went to school at University of Texas in Austin, and yeah, hook 'em horns.
What'd you say, hook 'em horns?
Scott knows what that means. Can we maybe talk you into doing a Mexican restaurant down the road?
Well, we're barely getting through this one.
Settle down there,
You're
cowboy.
doing
Eat
better.
the barbecue. Okay?
love-
Just be fortunate for that.
I know. And you also have a dessert. It's a chocolate flourless cake. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we serve everything, drink-wise in a mason jar, and tried to carry that through to some of the items on the menu, as I mentioned, the dinner salad. But the mud in a jar is what it's called, and everything's made from scratch, and it's flourless chocolate cake. There's a nice, healthy scoop of Bluebell ice cream, a house caramel sauce.
We didn't get that. How come we didn't get that?
We don't have that much pull. We're like...
No, I'm just saying. I didn't get to taste that. I have to go back. There's a couple of items I need to have again.
I'll drive it up for you.
We're
Yeah, drive it up for me. See, I love him.
See, we're newbies west of 2nd
No, we're not.
on Atlantic.
No, we're not.
All of our restaurants over there are
Okay,
all
no,
like
we're not.
east.
Okay.
Is that east or not? Anyway.
Try again.
Okay. So Renee,
I'm buzzing you.
Renee and I have a way that we rate our restaurants, and
So how do we rate this restaurant?
definitely
Can't wait to go
come
back.
Yes, if you love barbecue, Smoke Barbecue.
This
on
is the
Atlantic
place to go.
Avenue. You have got to try this, because once you try it, you're not even going to care about any other barbecue restaurant. You guys have done such a great job, and we are going to be great friends of the restaurant, I promise you.
Absolutely.
So, again, this is co-owner Scott Kennedy, co-owner Scott Kennedy
Of Smoke Barbecue in
on
Delray Beach.
Atlantic Avenue. We're going to go to break, and when we come back, we've got another great friend who's going to be joining us on the show.
Dawn Kimball from
Yes.
Vic and Angelo's
Vic and
in the
Angelo's,
house.
yay.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Steve O, here to tell you about one of the greatest gastropubs in South Florida, The Office, where the food is just as important as the drinks. The Office is located in Delray Beach at 201 East Atlantic Avenue, right there at the corner of Atlantic Avenue and 2nd Street. The Office's refined atmosphere that welcomes beer drinkers and wine snobs. The Office is like the neighborhood watering hole. Our friend Chef Kelly makes sure his diners enjoy freshest of the fresh. My favorite is the signature Prime CEO Burger, where you have to use both hands to eat it. Renee loves all the different varieties of salads at the Office. Don't forget about the Office's Sunday brunch for only $20 a person. Join them for happy hour from 3 to 7 p.m. and from 10 p.m. till closing. That's the Office at the corner of 2nd Street and Atlantic Avenue. Hi, I'm Steve O. Whenever Renee and I are hungry for great Italian food and atmosphere, we always go to Vic and Angelo's, with locations on Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach and at their Palm Beach Gardens location. I promise you, if you ever want an amazing dining experience, look no farther than Vic and Angelo's. As soon as you sit down, you are greeted with my favorite garlic bread. You must try Renee and my favorite, the Vic and Angelo's signature dish, John's Mom's Meatball, the best meatball you've ever tried. You have to try one of Vic and Angelo's mouth-watering pizzas with their crispy charred crust made with New York water. And don't forget about Vic and Angelo's entrees like their black grouper or Renee's favorite, shrimp Renee a la vodka. Actually, you can close your eyes and point to any dish on Vic and Angelo's menu, and I promise you it will be a winner. Vic and Angelo's is located on Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach, or their location in Palm Beach Gardens. Go to their website at www.vickandangelos.com to make reservations. They're open for lunch 7 days a week. Please tell them you heard about it on the Eat and Critique Show.
Mike's alive.
And we are back.
Are we? It's like craziness to hear. Let me tell you, do you smell that food?
I know. It must be Vic and Angelo time.
They always do it right.
I know.
They feed us. I love being fed.
Okay, so now
Next week, we're going to be tasting, I just want to mention, at Buddha Sky Bar in Delray on Atlantic Avenue. And they're right across from Vic and Angelo's. And we're also going to have live in the studio the general manager of Buddha Sky Bar, Damian Burke.
another good friend of the show.
Yes. So now let's welcome a special friend from Vic and Angelo's, the executive director, Dawn Kimball, with the new general manager of Vic and Angelo's Palm Beach Gardens, Eduardo.
Good morning, everyone.
Christoph.
Okay, Krista. Like the
morning.
champagne.
Yes.
How you guys doing? Welcome to the show.
Good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to see you. You've been gone for a while.
Yes.
It's really nice to be back, though. Missed you guys.
I know. We missed you too. So I know you're busy, Dawn, because you run Vic and Angelo's in Palm Beach Gardens and in Delray and The Office.
Yes.
So you're a very busy woman.
Yes, this is fun for us this time of year. I
Little,
love it.
little Texas girl. She goes to New York, and I mean,
Yes.
you're a Texas girl,
But
right?
she's
At
not
heart.
a little Texas girl
No.
anymore.
No.
She's a big
No.
Texas girl.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
So let's talk about Vic and Angelo's. What's going on at Vic and Angelo's?
Well, we have a whole new menu we have our new happy hour menu as well. Eduardo can tell you a little bit more about our new items that we are putting on our new menu and about our brunch. And we have a football menu as well. So
Perfect for our show. Opening
Did
up
you
for the
see
Dolphins.
that's part of the brunch menu? What is that? What do you have there? Freddie, you got to get this on camera.
We have the Belgian waffles with fresh berries, walnuts, and bananas, and also French toast. It's on our brunch
Wow.
menu Saturdays and Sundays from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock.
You guys have the best brunch.
Hold
We
on a
love your
second.
brunch.
Wait a minute. Don't tell me you took my
Eggs Benedict.
eggs Benedict with the lump crab meat.
Of course, we have
Off.
that on the menu.
Okay.
And
Don't get
definitely
crazy over there.
And definitely everything on the brunch menu is recommended for a very strict diet, no calories, no carbohydrates.
Yeah, right.
I like the calories and the
yeah.
carbohydrates. So you still have the cooking classes?
Yes, we do have, but now that we're coming close to starting the new season, we're trying to focus on the menu. We have a few items that are coming on board.
Because Steve-O, he needs to learn how to cook.
we are
Yeah.
doing it.
I'm sending him.
We're doing the
him.
classes the once a month on the Sunday. Yes.
Both locations?
They just do it at
It
Palm
will
Beach
be,
Gardens.
but it will be on in Delray. We're just going to start something different for them as well. It'd be nice.
Are you going? Because I'm signing you up.
You think I should?
Yes.
Yes.
You need to start cooking. Dawn is with me.
Yes.
Start cooking.
Absolutely.
We do have a
Maybe we
lot
won't
of
taste
guys.
it. No, I'm just kidding.
We do actually have mainly a lot of guys coming for the cooking classes.
Don't you
It's
think
very
he-
surprising.
Okay, don't you think he should go?
Definitely.
If you want
why
to make
not?
friends with me, say yes.
Definitely, yes, yes. I'm a married man, so I learned to say yes, yes.
Okay, he's a smart man.
So wait a minute. Now, Eduardo, you were with Vic and Angelo's in the beginning?
Yes, I started from day one in October 2006.
And now
How
you're
could
back.
you ever leave them?
I wanted to have a family, get married, have a son, with the crazy hours and long days was a little bit hard to accomplish.
Wait a minute. Vic and Angelo's family.
I take Vic and Angelo's. Bye, Steve-O. I'm going home with Dawn.
So now we did a bit of a partnership, family and Vic and Angelo's.
Oh, good.
Right,
I missed
exactly.
it. I was away for 3 years from the restaurant business, but it's time to get back again
You
into
missed it, didn't you?
I love
Definitely.
his accent. Don't you like that accent? It's like so authentic Italian. Is that Italian?
Italian and Romanian, half and half.
Love
Grandma
the
from
accent.
Milano and grandfather from Bucharest.
We have eaten many a times at the Palm Beach Gardens location. It's completely different from
It's a different
Delray.
feel. Same menu, different feel.
Yes.
When it depends. We usually start off at Delray, but when the train comes by, if we feel like more like Palm Beach Gardens,
We take the train there,
just
right.
Take the train there.
Just
It
pop
just-
off when it's done.
Leave our
One
car at
stop away.
Delray. Yeah.
Can you pick us up?
Oh, definitely.
Sure.
So wait a minute, you've got some new menu items now?
Yes, we have coming
Ooh.
for season. We're gonna add on appetizers the squingili salad, like everybody knows it, with some fresh chili flakes, lemon juice, baby arugula.
Ooh, nice.
Of course, so for the vegetarian side, we want to bring in a vegetable lasagna with
Ooh, I
broccoli,
like that.
mushrooms, some zucchini. Also finished with a bechamel and some Marzano tomato sauce. So it's kind of like a white and red sauce.
I got to go back.
I
need to go back.
Wait a minute. I do this about every 3 months. What about the squash blossom?
Squash blossom is very hard to get if they're not in season.
Okay.
We bring them
Are
in,
they
we have them
back
on the
in
menu.
season?
They will be back in season, but it's very hard. It's only about 4 or 5 months that you have them in season that you can actually get them from the farmers markets.
Can you call us when they come in?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Well, here's the reason. I cannot stand squash. I hate squash.
And you love this.
Can you imagine a restaurant that can make a
It's
person
to die
who
for.
hates
It really is to die for.
Love it. I mean, I love your squash blossom.
I think one of the reasons why people fell in love with the squash blossoms is because they're deep fried. So he has that
There's
fried
all the
outside
cheeses.
with the
There's different
ricotta and the
cheeses inside.
parmesan inside.
So,
Yeah.
you know what?
And we have to talk about their meatball because
Well,
let me tell you, we just saw something in the Sun Sentinel. They like awarded another restaurant with the best meatball, and we announced last week on the show. I gave it the buzzer.
It's rigged.
No, they were paid off because let me tell you something. You guys have the best meatball ever.
It's John's mom's meatball.
John's
yes.
mom. I know.
So you can't go wrong with it.
You
Absolutely.
can't. It's the size of a softball. Has peppers and everything. It's to die for. It's
You
my
make me
favorite.
hungry.
And at
I
happy
love
hour, it's half off.
Definitely.
So
Yes.
that even makes it better.
Yes.
But Renee and I have probably tasted so many meatballs.
It's my favorite.
We were in a judges in a meatball contest in South Florida.
Well, let's
Probably
not
Florida.
discuss some of the meatballs we tasted. I think I got poisoned.
Listen, there's
It
even
was
restaurants
bad.
here that have meatball in their name that don't compare. You have the best
It's my
meatball
favorite.
Thank
It really
you.
is.
Thank you.
I've ever had in my life, and we take that very seriously.
How seriously? we take it.
My
We take our
meatballs
food
are-
very seriously.
But especially the meatballs.
Okay, so listen, we have to train you because
We got to train him.
yes, because
I
he
got to
does-
train you.
You've already trained me.
I just finished a training with the marriage. Now I have another training.
You
I'm
got
ready
another
for it.
training.
Yes.
Here's the deal: when we come out, there's this thing you guys put on the table as soon as someone sits down. Some kind of Italian
Garlic
bread.
bread.
Yes.
Okay, so you might get a few complaints. People going, "We didn't get our garlic."
Okay,
bread."
listen, he's a thief. He steals bread
I
and sticks it
admit
in
it.
his pockets.
It's
He
the
goes
best
down
garlic
Atlantic Avenue and tells people, look up, oh, look at that, and steals the bread.
Sometimes bread just disappears. It's
It happens.
that kind of a nature. An Italian restaurant, bread with garlic,
In his
Parmesan
pockets?
cheese.
Happens
You
a
got to
lot.
frisk him before he leaves.
I'm bringing this up for a reason.
Stand up, let me frisk you. You got beans in
You
your
did last
pocket
night.
from the barbecue place.
That was the sauce, wasn't the beans?
I was wondering what the brown stains were.
Here she goes. She's starting with. Look at Freddie.
What are those stains? Is it from the other night? I hope, please. Just tell me it is.
I'll tell you after the show. So we're seeing now a lot of restaurants are stopping the freebies. You guys haven't. As soon as you sit down, there's this.
You know why they
wonderful
do it? Let
garlic
me
bread.
just tell you my theory behind that. I think they do it because they want you to order more appetizers and spend money. Because we actually had a restaurant say they serve bread only if you ask for it because we're counting your calories. Don't count my calories. I'll count my own calories.
That's the wrong way to look at freebies. A lot of people think if you do that, you are cutting some of your business. If people come in and they already have their mindset they're going to spend some money, they'll spend it either or if you give them the freebies and if
Exactly.
you don't. If they want to come in and have a good bottle of wine or they're going to have a steak, they're not going to worry that, oh, I'm going to eat enough bread, so I'm not going to order anymore.
Or even these Mexican restaurants, they charge you for the chips.
Yeah.
Do not charge me for chips. Incorporate it into my price. That's all I'm saying.
So now.
Vic and Angela serves you garlic
I
bread.
know. It's,
Unlimited.
Love it. It's Steve-O's favorite.
And you don't know this yet, Eduardo. We have on our website the our top 20 restaurants. Vic and Angelo's has been there.
Since like day one.
Yeah, so for the last 2 years. Vic and Angelo's.
Yeah, we're big fans.
Yes, I mean, we've had people say, why do you guys talk about Vic and Angelo's so much? I went, It's like the best Italian
Because
restaurant.
let me tell you something. Before you die, you have to eat at
Yeah.
this restaurant.
We've always told people, before you
Yes.
leave this earth, you have to try Vic and Angela's.
It's a bucket list item for sure.
Absolutely.
Yes, I agree.
Absolutely. And there's so many Italian restaurants out there. But here we're saving you a trip with Vic and Angela's, and your pizza.
And by the way, I think they brought us pizza. What do you have there,
We
Dawn?
brought the garlic bread because he knew he
Oh,
loves
you
the
brought
garlic bread
garlic
so
bread.
much. Yes.
See, Dawn, she takes care. She hooks you up.
Always.
She
I
does.
We
love
told
it.
somebody who really likes the garlic bread. We're not sure who told us. We're not going to mention.
They got a whole schissel
Oh my
of garlic bread for you.
I
Look
love
at
you
that.
I love you guys. I want to talk about some of the items on the menu that we have actually had that we love.
Like the baked clams, which I love.
Oh, your baked clams
Those are great.
are
I love
out of
them.
this world.
And the oregano trio. We know your menu back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite, the oregano trio.
I love
it.
that.
Absolutely.
My favorite right now is the penne alla vodka.
With the shrimp, the peas.
Oh, my God.
A bit of the pancetta.
I just had it
Fancier.
the last time I went. I loved it.
Good.
Steve-O, what's
I
your
can have it.
favorite?
Well, I got to tell you,
You have a couple.
we have tasted so many pizzas, okay, all around South Florida. Because when we tell everybody how much we love Vic and Angela's, we get phone calls, emails. You got to come by and try ours. There's so many things that make your pizza different than all the others.
It's the New York water.
It is.
It is
There's something in the water.
something in the and
You're telling me I'm from New York.
That's what I heard. There's something in the water.
and your crust. It's not just the New York water. It's the way that charred crust, that thin charred
Love
crust.
it. Yeah.
And there's just so much love that goes into your pizza. It's so obvious.
It is. We try. But you know what? You can also tell there's a flavor in the crust that it's like a cinnamon.
Sweet.
Yes,
It is.
I said that last time. I said there's a cinnamon taste to the crust. Because usually, you know, when you eat pizza, you don't want to eat the crust because you don't want to fill up and you keep eating slices. But with their crust, you want to eat it. You want You don't.
You
want to
save
plate.
the
Yes.
crust for last. So usually what we do also before we put it in the oven, we use the semolina on the outside. So it gives a bit of the crunchiness, sweetness, and some more shiny look on the crust.
He fills his pockets with the crust too. He takes it home. For a
How much
snack.
room you got in your pockets?
He wears. Wait a
Overalls.
second. He wears overalls. Are you kidding me? He's got plenty of room. Big pockets. I'm telling you, you got to frisk him before he leaves the restaurant.
Okay, so
And you love the grouper there too. That grouper is
it's
to
not
die for.
blackened. It's
Black
black
grouper,
grouper.
yes.
Big difference.
Yes.
Definitely.
So good.
Everything is so fresh at Vic and Angelo's.
And I heard you just put bronzino on there on the menu.
Bronzino's been on there for a while, but it's.
I never had it
Really,
there.
oh, you have to try it. That's-
Mediterranean sea bass. is
I
very good.
love it.
And the salmon is my all-time favorite. But yeah, and Bronzino.
So we have to be invited back. I'm thinking I'm
Anytime.
covering my mouth.
Anytime. Let me know. I'll be there.
Let Dawn know.
Listen, how and you have a new executive chef now on Delray.
Yes,
Avenue.
Tony.
Tony, pronounce his last
Where?
name.
Delray Avenue? Is that a new
What is
place?
that? Delray Avenue.
It's Atlantic Avenue.
Atlantic Avenue in Delray. What is Chef Tony's Malo?
Mulio.
Mulio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love he says it so much better.
See, I
got
know.
Texas.
I
Yeah.
know.
Get the Italian guy
I'm not even going to try.
to do the dirty work. No problem.
Hey, that's Chef Tony.
Listen, he gives me all the hard names all the time. I refuse to say them. Anyway, so let's talk about The Office also.
Well, wait, before we do that,
Go ahead.
we got to go to break.
Okay, we'll take a
And
quick
when
break.
we return, we have more Vic and Angelo and The
Well, look how
Office.
excited you
I
get.
love it.
It's the smell of the garlic bread.
It
It's
is.
gone to your brain.
Last week at church, I said, God, please.
You're inhaling garlic
when
bread.
Vic and Angelo's come on, make them bring garlic bread. See, look,
See,
God
it goes,
is good.
goes back to Barry White. As soon as he smells that garlic bread. We'll be right
We
back.
will be right back.
Hi, I'm Steve O, restaurant critic on the Eat and Critique Show. When Renee and I find a great restaurant, we want to share it with our listeners. Let me tell you about Madison's New York Grill and Bar in Boca Raton. We made Madison's New York Grill and Bar one of our favorite restaurants right after we did our tasting. Madison serves both lunch and dinner, and if you need to impress a client or a friend, stop by Madison's for lunch, where they offer 10 items at $10 each. Try some of their lunch specials like grilled barbecue chicken breast, grilled salmon, rigatoni Bolognese with meat sauce, or, my favorite, their grilled chicken Caesars. Madison's is west of I-95 on Glades next door to Jared Jewelers in Boca Raton. Renee and I received so many emails from listeners thanking us for turning them on to Madison's New York Grill and Bar. Try their crab cakes or another one of my favorites, their baby back ribs, which fall off the bone. Save room for their mouth-watering key lime pie. Call them at 561-994-0808 to make reservations. That's 561-994-0808. Please tell them you heard about it on the Eat and Critique Show.
This is Les Gold of Hardcore Pawn, American Julian Loan, and I got the two best people in South Florida, Steve-O and Renee, my favorite people on the radio.
Hi, this is Andrew McKinney, General Manager of Meisner Park in beautiful downtown Boca Raton. I love listening to the Steve-O and Renee Eat and Critique radio show.
We're back.
Classy people, they know who to like.
How much did you pay him?
Did you? I was going to say, did you send Andrew his check yet?
Less gold.
Anyway, I hate to be a downer, but we have a new advertiser.
Why is that being a downer?
Well,
in other ways you're a downer, but not by this. No, I'm joking.
If you're having problems owing the IRS, how do you spell IRS?
Oh, stop.
Okay.
Just continue on.
And you don't know what to do, there is a free seminar coming up on November 10th in Boca Raton. We have a company called Taxation Solutions, the leader in tax resolution. They're holding a free seminar. The seminar will be focused on how to resolve your tax problems, why you shouldn't go up against the IRS by yourself. There's limited seating. It's available. It's a free seminar. It's put on by Taxation Solutions.
Very cool. It's free.
Yeah. You can't afford anything. For
exactly.
All the IRS. Call them today to reserve your seat at 877-966-2477. Again, this is a free seminar on tax resolution and why you shouldn't go up against the IRS by yourself. The free seminar will take place at Boca Point Center, 6909 Southwest 18th Street. It's in number 301A, 18th and Power Line on November 10th at 7 p.m. Again, call them at 877-966-2477 to make your reservations.
That was very good.
So,
anyway, so let's talk about your happy hour at Vic and Angelo's.
Yes, that is Monday through Sunday, so 7 days a week. We're not cutting any corners like everybody else does on the weekends. You know, they stop doing it. We have it every single day, every single weekend as well, from 3 to 7.
And the meatball is half price at happy hour.
Meatball is half. The fried calamari, grilled calamari. We got eggplant parmesan.
Oh, wow. I love the fried calamari there.
We actually said when we were looking at the Sun Sentinel's idiotic, sorry to say that, idiotic best of.
It's all about the moolah, baby.
We said
we can't be bought off. Well, you can.
Well, it depends how much.
Unless we bring some garlic bread, that might change the situation a little bit.
It.
But your calamari is wonderful. And we know there's so many people who love really good calamari.
Like us.
Like us, yes. So we made statements about the meatball at Vic and Angelo's and the calamari at Vic and Angelo's. And your service. I mean, it's not just
impeccable.
The food.
It is.
Your service is really good. And we always see the same service there, which is really wonderful.
That's important.
Yes.
They know their customer there.
Yes.
And people like to be known when they walk through the door, you know, welcome back, you know.
Especially for us, it's nice people know who we are.
Yeah, when we walk in, they say it's an hour
Just because
away.
we have a sign on our back. In a critique show, we wear our jackets.
I got
who are they?
I got the light bulbs in. They'll start.
Oh, they light up. That's funny. Tell everybody the hours at the restaurant.
Hours are Monday through Sunday through Thursday. We open up on Monday through Thursday from 11:30 until 10 o'clock at night. We have the kitchen open. In the weekends, Friday and Saturday, Saturday and Sunday, we open for brunch from 9 o'clock. And dinner we stop serving in the weekends at 11 o'clock, the kitchen.
You know what's something we never talk about?
What?
You put on the greatest birthday parties or office parties. I love it when they bring out the sparkler on the cake. That is so cool. It's just a fun atmosphere.
It really
at Vic
is.
and Angelo's.
We want to make feel everybody at home. You know, we have some good servers that actually have a very good voice at singing happy birthday, not just, you know, being loud. So that
I was
going to
volunteer my services to sing. I was going to volunteer to sing happy birthday. You know how good I sing.
Renee,
Anytime.
please.
Dawn, it's not good. That's all I'm saying. It's never good.
Remember
Believe me,
Ro-
this
We
remember
will
Roseanne
back you
Barr?
up with somebody good behind you. No worries.
Just cut the mic on my voice.
But no,
New
it's-
York Jew in the house, not good.
It's really true that you usually see the same servers. I mean, we've been going there for the last 2 years.
They just come back for us.
That's right.
Oh, Steve and Renee are coming.
But that's
We treat
important.
everybody fair, and we try to have everybody as a family. You know, everybody knows what's fair and what is not fair. You know, in every restaurant, you know, staff sometimes just gets treated and put aside like you're gonna be replaced anytime, any place, and you know, we just
So you actually make them like a little nervous
we make
of their
them not only
jobs.
bit nervous, but we try
I love
to you know let them know how important they are, and they're the ambassadors of the restaurant. Even with the managers around, being so many of the servers, that's the first impression that a restaurant gets is the servers.
I'm going to have to make you fearful for
Wait a
your
minute.
job.
Speaking of ambassadors, Al at PGA, is he still over there?
He's no longer with us. He
Oh, no.
chose
He's not? Okay.
a different path in life.
I guess you're not visiting him anymore.
We enjoyed it, Al. Dawn, how's things going at, a lot of people may not know this, but part of your family is BurgerFi.
Yes.
And the office.
Yes. BurgerFi is expanding rapidly. I believe, well, a store almost once a week, out of state. As
Wow.
well. It's, you know, we're all over the place trying to do it. And they've been doing really well.
You're even at
That's
the
because you know
Dolphin.
why they're doing so well?
Because of John.
Well, John also, yeah. But the burgers there
know.
are incredible. And the French fries. We just
All
said,
natural, grass-fed.
was another
that's
thing.
it.
Yes.
That's a huge, huge deal. And hard to find places. So, I mean,
we just did the Eat and Critique Best of last week. And we said BurgerFi and the office had the best burgers.
and the
French
fries.
fries.
And the
French
fries. And the onion rings.
And the
Sorry.
onion rings are like the size of my head.
I know,
They're so
are.
big, you have one onion ring, you're full. I never saw such big onion rings in my life.
And, you know, and for the price and the amount of food that you're getting, it is
Yes.
so reasonable. And you know, when we have the lettuce, the vegan wrap, and we, you know, you can order it with the bread or with lettuce, and then we have the custards there that are incredible.
And you have veggie burgers also.
Yes.
So
Yes.
for those of you that
And the
don't
hot
eat
dogs,
meat, yes, hot dogs.
So, and it is reasonable for the
Very.
amount of food. But
Yes.
I mean, if you go anywhere, really, that kind of food and the quality and just how great it is, you can't find it anywhere for that.
And you're
Absolutely.
you're out at the stadium now.
Yes,
which
we are.
is huge.
Yay.
That is
Yes.
incredible.
We're excited.
So
We're
people
excited
can
for
go to
you.
the Dolphin game, and there's BurgerFi's out the Dolphin game. And aren't you in the airport now too at Fort Lauderdale? Is that
That'll be soon.
Okay.
Very soon. So we're
We're going to have to visit
it's
each
fun.
location.
I know.
I'm going to go to Dolphin Stadium, have a hamburger, go to the airport. I'm not going to fly out. I'm just going to go for the burger.
Yeah, you know what's? We live like right in your Coral Springs location.
Oh, okay.
We live like right down the street, and it's
We're
so
in walking
great.
distance to
Oh, really?
BurgerFi. Yes.
Oh, nice.
We walk there.
It's yes. Well, Renee,
When are
is.
you walking there? He doesn't. I walk
I'll meet
there.
you over there. It's always packed now. It is
Oh, that's
so
great.
cool. It's always crazy over there right now, and with so many choices, especially in burgers, there's so many choices out there. But there really isn't though. BurgerFi has the most incredible burger, and
The Office. Which is your favorite burger at The Office?
oh, don't ask me. Well, at the
It's
office,
the
it's
CEO.
burger.
Well, actually, we are using the same meat in BurgerFi.
Is it really?
At the
It-
office.
Yes.
Wow.
It tastes that way. So you don't even have to go all the way out to Atlantic Avenue. If you walked, you could go to BurgerFi by our house.
Well, all I know is the CEO burger. It takes two hands, not just. It's huge.
Love it.
It is. I mean, I'm kind of.
I have to order my own because last time I asked you for a bite, you said no.
Go get your own bite.
I didn't want to bite you. I wanted to bite the burger.
I thought maybe you saw the.
And you said no.
the
You didn't know what I
barbecue
was
sauce.
biting.
And I love just kind of going all over the place. The Office, which we say is in the epicenter of Atlantic Avenue.
It is. It's in the center of everything.
You could not find a better location to do people watching.
And the bar is always crowded there.
I love the bar.
Yes.
You know, anywhere you could go anywhere and not find a bar like that inside, and as big as it is, and it's a fun atmosphere.
It really is.
It is.
So much energy.
And the
there.
restaurant has this
It
whole
is.
open concept. I mean, the restaurant's all open. Remember we were there for the thunderstorm? They actually have things that close the restaurant off. Remember we were there? It was a really bad
I
lightning
know.
storm.
We left you outside.
You tried to. I was banging on the door. Thank God for Marcello. I love him.
Yeah, he's great. He is.
He's adorable.
But that's why I say the office is probably one of the finest gastropubs, because it's not just the great drinks there, it's the food. Chef Kelly
Yes.
is unbelievable.
Yeah, we love
Yes.
him.
We love Chef Kelly, and I think they're going to be having some new items on
Yes,
their menu.
yes, we are going over that, and it should be done in a couple of days.
Yeah, he said he was
we're
working
doing
with you on it.
Oh, it's fun because I always say, get creative. You know, I want to change it up. I always like to, and I say, you have an idea, let's put it together, and let's see what we can come up with. And I mean, it is actually it's art. I mean, somebody who is a
Exactly.
chef
Yes.
is art, and we went over. He made some great dishes, and it'll be great. It'll be a great menu.
I had the frisee salad last time I was
That's my
there.
favorite.
Mine too, with the granola and
Yes.
blueberries and strawberries. I loved it.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but we kind of have the show completely produced.
We don't
never
even-
have to look
We
down.
don't have to look at our notes.
When it comes to Vic and Angelo's,
You
The
can't
Office,
script me out anyway. Don't even go there and try.
It's like
knock you in the head.
Yeah, I mean, this is true love. And
For me or the restaurant?
both.
Both. That's a good answer.
You just
Smart
saved
man.
yourself.
He did.
But it's,
I'm just checking.
it's so easy to talk about your restaurants that we just, I mean, after 2 years and a lot of different tastings.
Yes, and last time we were there at Vic and Angelo's, we had the best waiter. I don't even remember his name, but he was pairing wines. And actually, he started out pairing, it was a red wine, and then he went to white when we had fish. Oh, my God, your wine list is extensive there, too. And
Yes.
the wines were excellent.
Thank you. You have to come for the wine tastings when I pick the wines, because we do that, get together with the managers and everything. And I like to switch the wines up as much as I can, especially for season, because it's important. And people like change anyway. So,
Yes.
And we have vendors come in and taste the wine, and we can decide from there. But yeah.
But your
that's
staff is so
important.
knowledgeable.
And they need
That-
to be. They should
exactly.
be, and we all expect it.
We try to bring, whenever we bring any new wines, or at least once a month, one of the wine purveyors, or they come from the vineyard, the winemakers, and they do a class with our staff.
Oh, I
So
like that
they-
class. I think I want to
They come
attend.
in for about 20, 30 minutes, and
I love
they
that.
kind of give them straightforward notes, about the palate, the bouquet,
Right, a little
if it's
tutelage.
a Sauvignon Blanc, the Chardonnay, where it comes from, if it's hand-picked, typically by machine, if it's fermented, or how it's fermented. Because sometimes with tables, if you get too deep in details about wines, that scares people off, and you kind
They
of
fall
puts it-
asleep.
They
Yeah.
kind of forget about the
They just
actual
want to
wine.
take. No, actually,
Yes.
they just want. I mean, for us, I like to know. But I'm saying for the most people, they just want to know a little bit about it and taste it.
Should be
Right.
described in 3-4 simple words every single wine.
Right, I
They
agree.
go for 10 minutes about one wine, and and then okay, I'm just gonna have the Pinot Noir. So
Right.
You just have to know how to approach every single customer.
I
It's-
agree.
And it's good that they know, especially with the food that you're ordering, and
That's
that's
what
really
I'm saying
impressive as
because
well.
this
And
waiter
I
was
like
so
that.
knowledgeable. He's explained the wines and he's switching off. We started with the red because we were having pasta, then we had fish, and he brought us over white wine, which impressed me.
Nice.
It really did.
I like that.
We
great to hear.
got so many emails. We have our annual now. It's becoming a huge event.
Which
where-
is what?
It's so
Fill
big
me
you
in.
forgot.
Fill me in. Listen, it's early in the morning for me.
Critic for the night.
Oh, wow, yes.
Our first year that you were a big part of, you were the show. We had like over 1,600 emails.
It was more than that.
Was it more than that?
Yes.
All I know is this year we had over 2,600 emails. People who would give us a reason why they want to be critic for the night, come to Vic and Angelo's, and the people who won it this year actually dine all over the world. Though they live right in Tamarack, they dine
Nice
all over the
people,
world.
really nice people.
And they said that Vic and Angelo's was the best Italian food they have ever had. And when we came in for the tasting, they were just
blown away.
Yeah, they were blown away. And Dawn was on with us when they
Yes.
came on the show. And I still get letters from them, emails from them telling us how much they loved being part of the Critic for the Night and how great Vic and Angela
It wasn't about the Critic for the Night. They just wanted to go to the restaurant. They loved the restaurant. It wasn't about us.
But they just said the service. And
Everything.
they don't have to say
That means
anything.
a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you guys
still
really
hear
have to-
from them. I love that. That's
Yes.
great.
Yeah, we also hear from the ones saying, "Why did I win? I had a great reason for wanting to come on."
They call you in that voice?
Of course
Because
they
that's
do.
horrendous. I'm just saying.
That's our snowbirds from.
They don't talk in that voice.
From
That's like chalk on a board.
It is.
That was bad.
Anyway, let's go to our last break.
Oh, a quick break.
Quick break, and we come back. We just wanted a little bit more talk on Vic and Angelo's and The Office. And
We'll be
Burger
right
Fight.
back.
Hi, I'm Chris Levitt from the hit TV show $1 Million Listing Miami on Bravo, and I love listening to Steve-O and Renee on the Eat and Critique radio show.
Hi, this is Steve-O, co-host of the Eat and Critique Show. I want to talk to you about my favorite deli, 2J's, with 24 locations throughout South Florida, 11 of them right here in Broward and Palm Beach. Most of us have ordered out from 2J's at one time or another, from those morning business meetings to bar mitzvahs, or maybe you ordered one of their great holiday trays. What I love about 2J's is how consistently good they are and how my orders are always accurate and on time. Whatever occasion we are celebrating, and I'm put in charge of the food, I know ordering from 2J's will always be a hit. From their cheese trays to their meat trays, 2J's never disappoints me or our company. You can always tell the difference between the 2J's trays and the other trays at parties, as 2J's trays are always the ones that are devoured. Finally, I can't forget about 2J's latkes, or their stuffed cabbage, or their matzo ball soup, which are just like my Nana used to make. Go to their website to find out the location nearest you at www.2js.com. That's TOOJAYS. Tell them Steve-O and Renee sent you from the Eat and Critique Show. Hi, I'm Steve-O, restaurant critic on the Eat and Critique Show. When Renee and I find a great restaurant, we want to share it with our listeners. Let me tell you about Madison's New York Grill and Bar in Boca Raton. We made Madison's New York Grill and Bar one of our favorite restaurants right after we did our tasting. Madison serves both lunch and dinner, and if you need to impress a client or a friend, stop by Madison's for lunch, where they offer 10 items at $10 each. Try some of their lunch specials like grilled barbecue chicken breast, grilled salmon, rigatoni Bolognese with meat sauce, or, my favorite, their grilled chicken Caesars. Madison's is west of I-95 on Glades, next door to Jared Jewelers in Boca Raton. Renee and I received so many emails from listeners thanking us for turning them on to Madison's New York Grill and Bar. Try their crab cakes, or another one of my favorites, their baby back ribs, which fall off the bone. Save room for their mouth-watering key lime pie. Call them at 561-994-0808 to make reservations. That's 561-994-0808. Please tell them you heard about it on the Eat and Critique Show.
And we're back. We're here in studio, live in studio, with our favorite. Restaurant critics aren't supposed to do this. Our favorite Italian
One of our favorites,
restaurant.
yes.
Yes.
We'll be fair and
So
say
we're here
one of.
with Dawn Kimball. She's the executive director of the brand. I would say the brand because you do The Office, you do Vic and Angelo's, you're involved with BurgerFi, and we have kind of the new, old general manager, Eduardo, for the PGA location, which is just such a fun
I'm going to go
location.
visit him out there.
You are?
Yes.
Please stop by. Definitely.
Absolutely. It's a couple of dishes I need to try.
We love you guys. We're working on getting John to come
Rosati,
in,
yes.
to come in and spend some time.
And you're going to
with
take the cooking class there. I'm signing you up.
us. Okay.
What do you think, Dawn? Yes,
Yes,
right?
you have to.
Thank you.
guys so much
Absolutely.
for coming on with us. We love having you guys
We
in studio.
do.
We love being here.
Okay, well,
Same. We love being here.
Okay.
well, thanks for coming
He
in.
knows how to get brownie points.
Yes. Well, today's show has been brought to you by our friends at Madison's New York Grill and Bar in Boca Raton, one of our top 20 restaurants and one of Steve-O and my favorites for lunch or dinner. Call them for reservations at 561-994-0808, and they are located west of 95 on Glades Road next to Jared Jewelers.
Hey, enjoy the game today.
Yes.
Without you, there is no us. Peace and love.
We're out.
You've been listening to the Eat and Critique Show with local restaurant critics Steve-O and Renee. Tune in again next week for more restaurant reviews. fine dining gift certificate giveaways, and interviews as Steve-O and Renee search for the good, the bad, and the ugly in fine dining experiences. To contact Steve-O and Renee, go to their website at www.theeatandcritiqueshow.com or go to their Facebook page. Thanks again for tuning in to the Eat and Critique Show here on Real Radio 94.3.